Hey, welcome back. Or if you're new here, good to have you. I'm Agent Monahan, and this is the channel where we take the topics people have always meant to look into but never got around to. History, science, economics, politics, how things actually work. And we break them down in plain language anyone can follow. No jargon, no filler, just the stuff that actually makes sense of the world. If that sounds like your kind of channel, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss it. Now, let's get into it. Today, we're talking about nuclear weapons. There are roughly 12,000 nuclear weapons on Earth right now. 9 countries own them. And there is a rule book that's supposed to keep that number from going up, written mostly by the same countries that already had them, which is a bit like being told to stop eating cake by the people who already finished the cake. But we'll get to that. In 1968, the world signed something called the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, the NPT. The deal was simple and a little awkward. 5 countries, the United States, Russia, the United Kingdom, France, and China, were already nuclear, and they got to stay that way. Everybody else agreed not to build the bomb. In return, the 5 promised to share peaceful nuclear technology and to eventually, get rid of their own weapons. That was 58 years ago. The 5 still have the weapons. Now, a treaty is just paper. So the world also built an inspector. It's called the International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA. Their job is to walk into countries, count the nuclear material, and check that the civilian stuff isn't quietly turning into the military stuff. Think of them like accountants who show up at a hotel and count every towel. If the towel number doesn't match the guest number, somebody has questions. Nuclear inspection is essentially that. Except the towels are enriched uranium, and the questions can end careers. On top of the NPT, there are other agreements: arms control treaties, test bans, regional nuclear-free zones, hotlines, side deals, expired deals, deals one side walked out of, deals the other side never ratified. It is, genuinely, a lot of paperwork. Most of it is trying to do one thing: keep the number from going up and quietly bring the existing number down. Mostly the first one. So, back to the rulebook. The 5 countries who wrote the NPT and got to keep their weapons are the United States, Russia, the United Kingdom, France, and China. Between them, they own roughly 98% of every nuclear weapon on the planet. The other 2% is everyone else. Then there are the 4 who didn't sign on, or didn't stay signed on. India never joined the NPT. It tested a nuclear device in 1974 and called it a peaceful nuclear explosion, which is a phrase you only need to invent if you've done something that isn't. Pakistan, sitting right next door, decided it could not be the only one in the neighborhood without one, and built its own through the 80s. They both went fully public in 1998, with a series of tests 2 weeks apart. Israel is the quieter case. It has never confirmed and never denied that it has nuclear weapons, and it never signed the NPT. Most analysts agree it's had them since the late 1960s. And then there is North Korea. North Korea is the only country that joined the NPT, sat inside it for years, then formally walked out in 2003, and built the exact thing the treaty was written to prevent. It is structurally the worst outcome the rulebook can have. Joined it, left it, built the thing it was about. So, that's the picture. 9 nuclear states. 5 who wrote the rules and kept their weapons. 4 who either never agreed or quietly left. And a stack of treaties, inspections, and side deals built to hold the line. And it has, in fairness, mostly held. The number of nuclear states has stayed in the single digits for 60 years, which is not nothing, although it is, in fairness, a low bar. Because the rulebook was written in 1968. There were 5 nuclear states then, There are 9 now. 12,000 warheads, give or take. And the inspectors don't go where they're not invited. Maybe the framework still works. Maybe it just needs the original 5 to actually keep their end of it. Or maybe, and this is the quieter possibility, the world has changed enough since 1968 that what we really need is a new framework. One built for the present, not patched onto a deal that was written before most of the people in this room were born. That's not a call to action. It's just the question the rulebook is starting to ask itself. That's all for today. Hope that actually made sense of it. If you found it useful, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you catch the next one. Agent Monahan will see you soon.